all right. Positive energy all the time. Good to see everybody. Rep your city, rep your city. While we get into this conversation right here about the Obama Presidential Center here in Chicago. It's a big deal. It's a really big deal in every kind of way imaginable. So my phone's ringing and they want to know if I'm going to speak on it. So of course, I'm going to speak on it. Of course. It's a big deal. I'm very proud of the whole situation in so many ways. I'm very proud of it as a black man. I'm very proud of it as a person born and raised in the city of Chicago. And I'm very proud of it as a person born and raised in the state of Illinois. Yes, indeed. So come on in. We're going to discuss it, of course. You know how I do. You know how I do. So we're going to discuss it. It's a big deal for sure. Yes, indeed. Come on in. I'm willing to answer all the questions. It definitely opened ahead of schedule. I'm not sure if they charging for entry. I gotta find out. I got free entry, but I gotta find out. That's a good question. I'm not going until I'm not going until December. I'll go December. So I won't be going until December when everything kind of calms down. I'll be going in December to check it out. Looking forward to it. So yeah, I'll be going in December for sure. Really looking forward to it. Putting my presentation together for you all. Didn't want to be late. Yeah, it's going to go down. It's really great. The city's super excited. A lot of people getting to come out for the summer. Really good for the children, young black children, anybody, but especially for young foundational black Americans or any blacks, especially. Young Foundation of Black Americans. This is something really, really great. When I grew up, we didn't have a lot of current black representation globally. I mean, nationally. Of course, Chicago's always been at the forefront. So we've always had our Harold Washingtons. We've always had our Barack Obamas. We've always had our politicians. We've always had our great athletes. So we've always had a heavy sense of black pride in Chicago. We've always had the Earth, Wind, and Fires and all of the great musicians that come out of Chicago. So that's good. That's good. That's a great thing. We've always had that in Chicago. We've always had that. We've always had a strong sense of pride. I could go through that first because this is all about pride. So let me go through that. So I was born in 1958. My parents from Birmingham, Alabama. My mother and my daddy's from Decatur, Alabama. And so growing up in the 60s in Chicago, we've always had a strong sense of black pride. And we mostly got our black pride from musicians and athletes. So when I was growing up, we got our pride from Muhammad Ali and the Dr. J's and the Oscar Robinsons, right? And we got our pride from, the Temptations. James Brown said, "Loud, I'm black and I'm proud." Aretha Franklin, the Supremes. That's how we got our sense of pride. But in Chicago, we also had WVON, the Black Giant radio station. We had the Nation of Islam with the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. We had a lot of visits from Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. And so Chicago has always been one of the top black cities when it comes to strength and blackness. I would say we're number one. I would say Chicago is the king of black people in this country. That's what I would say. I lived in LA. LA was very strong, but by LA being so close to Mexico, I was there when Tom Bradley was the mayor, and LA was very strong and very black. Over the years, they've been overrun with Hispanics. So they've lost their place in black strength a lot. Washington, D.C. was always chocolate city, but blacks always got drowned out by the Congress, the Senate, the U.S. government, which is predominantly white. New York has always been multicultural, so was never considered black like that. Detroit was Motown, but Detroit had a smaller population than Chicago, but that's like our sister city. So lots of foundational black Americans in Chicago. Our older relatives, a lot of them lived in Detroit. And the reason so many of our older relatives live in Detroit, especially the men, because when foundational black Americans left the South, they were looking for jobs. Chicago had a lot of jobs, and Detroit had Ford. And so my mother and my father got married, and they moved to Chicago along with my uncle Oscar and my aunt Earlene, along with my uncle Sidney and my uncle Stanley. My mother's mother, my grandmother, her and her brothers, my great uncle Willie, my great uncle Sam, my great uncle Red, they moved to Detroit because they all worked for Ford. So every year we would go to Detroit, get my grandmother, visit them, go to Alabama, visit everybody, come back. My grandmother stayed with us in Chicago for another couple, 2 or 3 weeks, and then take her back to Detroit. Unless she had to go to work, we'll take her right back. But Chicago has always been, to me, the strongest black city in America, and still today, I feel. I feel we hold the crown, you know, and that's why I'm not really comfortable living in other places, because growing up Chicago has definitely made it. I don't enjoy other places. I enjoy visiting, but I don't really enjoy the other places. You know, with no disrespect or nothing. I just don't enjoy them. It's growing up in a city this black, uh, it's just hard to live somewhere else. You know, I live in a city where we don't have to worry about nobody playing with us like that. You know, we don't have to worry about nobody coming here doing nothing here. We don't have to worry about racist attacks here and stuff like that. You understand? We don't have Karens. Like in Chicago, we don't have Karens. We don't have Karens. We don't have no women out on these streets acting no fool like that. We don't got that. Anybody tell you that? We don't have that. That's not tolerated here. That's not tolerated. Not at all. So, we have a long history of great politicians, especially recently. We have Kim Fox, we have Tony Prewinkle. We've had a lot of great, uh, we have a lot of great black uh, people that have accomplished a whole lot uh, in Chicago. And the city, man, I lived in the wild in Hawaii, so I could live in nature and stuff like that. I could live in nature. So I wouldn't say I'm in Chicago for the city. I'm in Chicago for the black people. If Chicago was the same city and it didn't have this strong of a black presence, I wouldn't live here. So I wouldn't say I'm here because it's a city. I would say I'm here because I was born here. But the reason I was born here is because this was the number one spot during the black migration. The black migration's number one spot for Mississippi and Alabama was Chicago. As a matter of fact, my grandfather came to Chicago. So my grandfather came to Chicago, but he ended up going back to Alabama. And my grandfather uh, always told my uncles, go to Chicago, go to Chicago, go to Chicago, go to Chicago. So according to what my father told me, my grandfather always told my daddy and my uncles, go to Chicago, because he told them, he said that in Chicago, wasn't as racist as the South, and that they would have more opportunity in Chicago than they would have in the South. This is what my grandfather told my father, because he had came up here, and he told my father that there would be more opportunity in Chicago. This is straight from my daddy's mouth. This ain't make believe. So my father was taught that, and my grandfather was 100% correct. He was 100% correct in telling my father that. And so my father and his brothers, they came to Chicago. Much respect to my grandpa that I never met. He passed away when my daddy was young. And this is my daddy's family. It's three boys still not in the picture. I think two of them was in the military and one of them lived in California. That's my father, the baby at the top and the middle. The one in the light color suit is my oldest uncle, Uncle Richard. There's my three aunties, and there's my uncles. The one in the bottom row, the two in the bottom row came to Chicago with my daddy, and the one up top to the right, I think that's Stanley came. So my daddy and the one to his right came, and the two in the next row came with the black suits on. They all came to Chicago. And everybody did well for themselves. Chicago is a great city. To me, it's the greatest city in the United States. It's the most beautiful city in the United States. It's the cleanest big city in the United States. And it has lots and lots of job opportunities. So when Barack Obama came here, that was a big deal. That was a really big deal when Barack Obama came to Chicago. Most of the world, y'all don't know him, but we knew dude. We knew Barack a long time ago because Barack was a community activist, and we know Barack from uh, working out at Cabrini Green. He used to put newspaper in one of his shoes because he had holes in his shoes. And so he used to work. Yeah, there's a lot of money in Chicago. So Barack Obama, he used to be a community. He used to work in the community and like help people get food and stuff like that out in Algo Gardens. Out in Algo Gardens, they still highly love and respect Barack Obama. You know what I'm saying? Still today. So still today, uh, in Algo Gardens, uh, they still really love Barack Obama, and he still looks out for the elderly that live out there in the gardens. Still today, he looks out for them. He looks out for those elderly people out there. Still today. Out there in the gardens. Salute to all my brethren out there in the gardens. You don't know what it is. Ando the Don, you know what it is. all the TBLs out there, all the GDs out there. Y'all know what it is. This big furrow. And so Barack Obama's got a long history of doing really great things here. We love him and Michelle. I remember I criticized Michelle. Like my phone was kind of going a little crazy. And like, come on, dude, get off Michelle. I'm like, man, she should have showed up. But I ain't gonna talk about all that today. But today was a big day. It's a big week. The Obama Presidential Center opened. That's a huge, 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 huge deal. Big deal. I'm very proud of that. Very proud of it because it represents a black first family. It represents the city of Chicago standing on business to provide the first black president for the United States of America. And it represents the state of Illinois making big noise when it comes to politics. Right? So it represents big things in Chicago. You understand? And so I'm not going to really debate from nobody unless you could really show me what your city been standing on. If you can't show me what your city been standing on, you know, what you want me to say? Like you got to show me what your city on, you know? What is your city standing on before you can say anything to me about what we doing here in Chicago? Period. One thing about Chicago, we originators. Like I say all the time, ain't no Crips and Bloods here. We don't follow. We leaders of this whole situation. You understand? As a matter of fact, there was a lot of jealousy with the Black Panthers because Fred Hampton and Mark Clark had the biggest uh, Black Panther party by far. Wasn't even close. And they had the biggest army because they was plugged with the Blackstone Rangers and others. Okay? California Black Panther Party was weak comparatively speaking. No disrespect to Cali, but that's just a fact. And so we real excited about it. My phone has been ringing, and my even my daughters want to know, Daddy, why you ain't talking about this? Hey, on the side note, hey, if you don't want a boss, or if you're used to your wife being a little bossy, cool. But if you got daughters, hey man, you got a boss. How many doors you got? Because how many doors you got, that's how many bosses you got. They ain't trying to hear nothing. They worse than mommy. You can tell mommy stuff. Man, you can't tell. Man, you can't tell your daughter nothing. I'm just telling you. So they want me to talk about this, and they right. They right. You know what I'm saying? This is a big deal, and I'm gonna speak on it. It's a big deal, and it should be spoke on. It's a big deal, and it was really nice to see all those people out there really showing their children a sense of pride. You have to be very careful when people hate us, when we're exercising our sense of pride. You got to be careful. People will want to take that away from you, especially if they're not black. And then you have to be careful of certain black men and fake revolutionaries have a tendency to get mad because their revolution never pop off. So fake revolutionaries, they be some of the biggest haters anytime black people uh, accomplish something without waiting forever for their revolution. So they never like stuff like this. You know what I'm saying? They never like stuff like this because it shows we don't really want to wait forever for their bootleg revolution. And so, it kind of, anytime we accomplish something, it takes away from their revolutionary jargon, right? When you can accomplish something with business and jobs and education, they don't like that because they push a fake revolution. So black revolutionaries be some of the worst uh, role models for our youth. You know, they be absolutely horrible. On my soul, they be horrible. I ain't kidding. They're not really interested in us getting nowhere. If it if there's no kind of way they could you know shine from it. So I advise young people you got to be careful with that. You got to be careful with militants because they're many times uh, they're anti-black. You know what I'm saying? Militants, because anything that's black that doesn't push their agenda, they don't like it. Anything that could take you away uh, from what they want to push, they have a tendency to not like it. And these are just facts. You know what I'm saying? They have a tendency to not like it if it doesn't match the agenda. So that's something that you young people, you have to look out for that. Because that's going to be one of your biggest problems. Any time of you're making any type of improvements, that's something that certain bootleg revolutionaries is not going to like. They don't like any improvement that makes them a little worthless because they want to have some type of worth. And many times they are basically pimping anyway. And so one thing that I've been noticing also jealousy. And so that's a problem in our community because, you got these black men. They're not going to be too excited about Barack Obama accomplishing anything. You know? So that's something that you got to look out for. So this is a big deal in the city of Chicago. Chicago's doing really big things, really really big things. Black-owned construction companies played major roles in building the Obama Presidential Center in Chicago. The campus was constructed by the Lakeside Alliance, a joint venture that included a major national construction manager and four prominent Chicago area black owned firms. Salute to Powers and Sons Construction, Ujamaa Construction, Brown and Moment Construction, and Safety Construction. Much respect to you brothers. We love y'all here in Chicago. Y'all be providing jobs big time. You all did a great job. The whole situation represents black pride from the rooter to the tutor, built by black construction companies. Don't get no bigger than that. So once again, Power and Sons, Ujamaa, Brown and Moment, and Safety Construction. A big salute to you, brothers. Hopefully, you all get much support nationally and provide lots of jobs, especially from brothers that's getting out the penitentiary, turning their lives around. Young black men get into the construction business and go work for some of these black construction companies and do a real good job. You know what I'm saying? So we super proud in Chicago. Chicago always been doing it big, always for our people. And we breaking records in Chicago. We making big things happen. And Illinois. I'm very proud of Illinois. Illinois has provided 4 United States presidents: Ronald Reagan, Abraham Lincoln, Ulysses S. Grant, and Barack Obama all come from the state of Illinois. We're doing this super big as far as presidents. And that's a part of what I want to talk about because that means money. When you have presidents, when you have things like that, it equals economics. It equals economics. I'm going to put y'all up on game. So anytime you live somewhere and they provide some kind of means for people to want to come there, then you should position yourself to get some of that money when the tourists come. So any type of tourism, any type of fame to your city or to your state is economical opportunity. So this library is going to bring billions of dollars to Chicago and Illinois. Lots of money. Hotels, restaurants, cabs, buses, Uber, Lyft, you name it. Their money's going to increase. If you're an Uber or Lyft driver right now downtown, you can have one of the best summers you ever had in your life. You're about to make a fortune. If you work at a hotel, if you down there in the hotels, you're about to make a fortune. If you're a waitress or a waiter in a restaurant downtown Chicago, your tips is finna be through the roof. Through the roof. This summer, if you're in Chicago and you don't get you some money, you're lazy. Because the money's getting ready to come in hand over fist. So don't let nobody have you hate on Barack Obama or hate on that Senate, because they might live in bumfuck Egypt. Ask them where they live at to see if they city compare. You know what I'm saying? Because most times they city don't compare. I would say right now, there are no cities as far as black people in the United States compared to Chicago. I think they do pretty good in Houston, and I think that, but I don't think they could compare. I don't think so. I don't think they could compare. First off, they too far from the north, so they just got to get the south money, and the south is rural. It's not city. It's lots of farmland. So the people are spread too far apart. They can't get that Ohio money, New York money, Michigan money, Wisconsin money. They can't get that. We get the Kentucky money, the Tennessee money, because it ain't that far. It's like half the trip to Alabama, so you get halfway. You either in Louisville, Kentucky, or Nashville, Tennessee. So we get the Kentucky, Tennessee money, and we get a lot of the money in the United States. Lots of money come to the city, and this has increased the money tremendously because this is going to be school trips. Schools are going to come here to see that, and once you got a president, that brings in a lot of money, right? So like Springfield makes a lot of money because it's the capital. And people want to come see where the presidents was at. People want to come and see stuff on Abraham Lincoln for sure. A lot of y'all probably didn't know that Reagan is from Illinois. You probably didn't know that Abraham Lincoln was elected from Illinois. And you surely didn't know Ulysses S. Grant. Probably some of you didn't even know he was the president. And so Illinois got the 40th president, the 16th president, the 18th president, and the 44th president bringing in money. Not to mention, Hillary Clinton is also represented from Chicago. If she would have became a president, that would have been the fifth one. So that tourism and stuff like that brings in money to your state. So now it's up to you to get in where you fit in. Now some people are saying that the center displaced people in that area, and it did because the property tax was going to go up, and people that's over there that's the low income got to move. But they'll be all right. They'll move somewhere, and this also open up opportunity for housing support through the Obama Foundation and through that whole thing. You do have a means to get support. You have the means to build housing, especially when the black companies did the construction. They just made enough money where they would be more than willing to come and help put up some housing and things like that. So that's not going to really be people being displaced. That's not going to be a long-term problem. That's going to be a short-term situation that's going to get worked out. It's not going to be devastating like that. That's going to be short-term. The trade-off is definitely worth the trade-off. If some black people had to move, including myself, if I had to move, I wouldn't want to move either. But the trade-off, the economical trade-off is definitely worth it. Because it's not going to do me no good to live somewhere if the city dry and it ain't no money in the city. And always remember that if you were here, if this is what you live right here, if it ain't no money here, you can't get none. The only way you can get some money here is if it's some money here. If some money land here, you can get it. But if it ain't no money here, what you gonna get? What you gonna get if there's no money there? So anytime money comes in, you have the ability to get the money. Period. So any type of way money is siphoned into the city, you're going to get some money. All you got to do is work. And it's called a trickle down. Money's going to trickle down to you. You just have to go get it. I haven't drove Uber and Lyft for a lot of years. I'm too busy. I would, because that's good investment money. But I'm too busy. But I could really raise a lot of investment money this summer. Oh my God. Oh boy. I could raise a lot of investment money this summer. I ain't gonna lie. My boy called me. He like, bro, you want to get this car? Everybody know I'm a super hustler, so he's got a little bitty car, right? Only 4 people can get in it. 1 in the front and 2 in the back. He like, Farrell, I know you try to go down there and get that Obama money. I'm like, I can't, bro. He like, I got the little, I think he got a Civic. I think he's got the little Honda Civic. I said, man, I wish I could come get that bad boy. I ain't gonna lie. I wish I could come get that bad boy, but I can't squeeze it in. I can't find nowhere to squeeze it in. I can't do it. It ain't gonna pay if I have to do it. I'm gonna lose more on the game. I gotta really go. So I'm gonna have to drive 7 days a week for the stack the bread to invest the bread in the business. And I don't see how I'm gonna be able to do that. Oh, I sure would. It's gonna be a big bag. Ooh, boy, you know how many thousands of dollars I could make this summer out there? Oh my God. Oh boy. It's gonna be a gold mine. You know how much money people making this weekend from that? Man, man, oh man, oh man, oh man. Let me tell you something. If you struggling, you got a little job and you struggling, and you where there's a lot of traffic, a lot of people, and you ain't driving Uber on the side, you dumb as hell. Letting people like make you, putting a stereotype on that kind of hustle. Let me tell you, that's hustling to the max. I don't know what nobody telling you. That's independent contracting at the highest level. Especially if you got a luxury car. Especially if you got a black luxury car. You losing money. You should be driving Uber X on your free time. You ain't got to do nothing but make a few trips. Oh, it's Black Yacht Weekend. Yeah, it's going to be up down there. So it's Black Yacht Weekend and the Obama Museum right up the street. Oh, it's going to go crazy. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy. So now that whole area, 55th, 57th, 63rd, they got to upbuild all of that from Stony all the way back to the freeway. They going to get paid. Right there, they got to upbuild all of that. Right down 63rd, right down where the school is at, right down there. They gotta do all of that. It's billions of dollars sitting right there now. Cause you can walk from there to Cottage Grove. That's money. And then Jeffrey got it. They gotta updo Jeffrey. They gotta upgrade Stony Island. They gotta upgrade King Drive. And then across street from them, that's millions and millions and millions of dollars. Billions that they just brought to that area. I don't think, I don't know where our experts be when there's stuff like that. Man, that whole area is not worth a fortune. Anybody that knows that Chicago downtown is really popping until you get to 23rd Street, till you get to like Cermak, right there. Then when it starts getting weak. It starts getting weak right before you get to 23rd. So downtown starts getting weak once you pass Roosevelt. Downtown get a little weak. If they smart, they gonna build that part up. If they build that up to 22nd, they go build up 22nd down to past that Obama Center. It's gonna be up. That whole Now they can connect that whole thing. If they connect that whole thing and built that whole strip up, from like You don't want to go from 63rd because you don't want that other side to be tacky. So you want to go from 71st to Cermak and from Stony to the freeway. And then when they open that casino over there by Halsted over there on the river, oh my God, then that whole section. You have to Winthrop on 22nd. But they need to make that move down that whole section over to the freeway in time for the casino too. Yeah, I see it every day. I see it. Yeah, I see it. But they got to go to 71st if they want to get that bag. They got to go all the way to 71st. That whole Stony, Cottage, King Drive, all of that. They got to upgrade all of that to 71st. And with the Obama Museum there and the Wintrows and all that going on, as soon as they open the casino, the whole Chicago gonna be popping. From Belmont, no, not Belmont. What street the Cubs on? The Cubs on, is that Sheffield down there? What's that cross street? The same way Belmont go from that street, from Wrigley Field to 71st gonna be popping through the roof. Real talk. From Wrigley Field to 71st with the casino, with the Obama Center, because if y'all know anything about business, now that the Obama Center's there, other businesses finna come around that. That ain't gonna be the only thing there. That whole area gonna upgrade. Investors coming like, we want to put this there, that there, this there. A fortune gonna be over there. Yeah, on 24th in Michigan, they trying to tie it together because they know the casino coming. They know the casino coming. You won't even recognize when that casino, by the time that casino open, you won't recognize none of this city from 71st going north all the way to Belmont. You won't recognize none of that. Like none of that will be recognizable. It won't. They just got to get Brandon out of there. Brandon is a goofy, don't know what he doing. He ain't about no money. He trying to be too much social issues, and he ain't the brightest bulb in the lamp. So he ain't about no economic development. He got to go. He a goofy. He can't even keep the Bears here. Don't he know if the Bears leave, that's gonna make all this a waste of time? They should have been told Soldiers Field down and rebuilt it. What the hell? They should have moved somewhere. He is stupid. They should have moved somewhere and played temporarily. They should have tore down Wrigley Field and rebuilt it. You got to keep the Bears right there. How you gonna move the bears off the lake, man, off of the lake? Dumb as hell. How you gonna move the bears off Lakeshore Drive and go somewhere and create some more freeways and stuff for them to get to? It's perfect. It's right there where you can get off at Cermak off the Dam Ryan and you can be on Lakeshore Drive. You can get there. 2 freeways take you right there. The Dam Ryan take you there, Lakeshore Drive take you there. Come on, it's perfect. How you gonna move the bears? Dumb as hell. Why would you move the bears away from the museums and all of that? What the hell is you talking about? You got the planetarium there. I think the Field Museum. If anything, move the Museum of Science and Industry down there too. That field, the Museum of Science and Industry and the Field Museum all should be right there. They shouldn't even be that far apart either. It should be the planetarium, the Field Museum, and the Museum of Science and Industry, all right there. Move that doggone museum from down there on 55th and move that bad boy downtown. On my soul. Move that bad boy downtown and put some recreation stuff where that one's at. Man, I don't know, man. I don't know. Move that museum from up down there by 63rd down there. Move that downtown. What is we doing? Y'all got all that room back there just to drive around, like all that room on the lake. Have all the museums there. So when the teachers want to take the kids to the museum, they got to take them to this one way over there and this one. Hey, man, if they got that down there, the kids could go on the field trip and go to both museums. Come on. You be like, we're going on a field trip. In the morning, the class, you're going to be at the Museum of Science and Industry. In the evening, you're going to go to the Field Museum. Come on, man. Or 2 days. We having a field trip for 2 days. The first day we go in, but they be in the same area where they could eat, they could see the scenery. Got that museum all the way down there by itself. Put it back up into action. I don't know what's wrong with these people. I should have been mayor. I be missing my callings. I had this city popping. But it's really good to see the Obama Presidential Center opening. It's a beautiful thing. Barack Obama moved to Chicago in 1985. He relocated from New York City to accept a job as a community organizer for the Developing Communities Project working on the city's South Side. Shout out to Augill Gardens. He lived in Chicago from 1985 to 1988 before attending law school and permanently returned to the city in 1991 to practice law, teach, and begin his political career. Read more about his early years in the city on the Obama Foundation or the Barack Obama Presidential Library. So it's just like big things is happening. In the city of Chicago. I'm loving the upgrades. We just got to get a better mayor and more things to get done. We don't have a good mayor, which is embarrassing. You know, people put their faith in him. But that's the city's fault because they didn't have no good candidates except Willie Wilson. And Willie Wilson, he the best for the mayor, but he don't have no uh, political trainer. He just be saying anything. He like, Dad, Willie, why you said that? Remember he said the thing about the saltines? And I said, come on, Willie. 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 I know you didn't just say that, you know? But this is really exciting. I can't wait to go to see it. I'm going to probably take my grandson down there to see it. If not, I'm going to go by myself. Oh, man. I can't even repeat it. He said these saltines getting on my nerves or something. What did he say while he playing? I think he kept calling him Whitey. A lot of stuff. He be talking crazy. He said don't reflect his values. He be talking crazy. You gotta look it up. You look it up, you'll see. Don't nobody even want to post it. It's so bad. I'm trying to find it. Don't nobody want to even post what he said. It's too crazy. But he a country boy, so you know what I'm saying. He said when he say Whitey, no, he called him Whitey and something else. Dude be talking crazy, man. I'm telling you, man, because he a country boy. You look it up, you'll see it. They barely want to show it. They don't want to show it. He said they just showing him his apology, but they ain't showing what he said. I can't find it. They won't show it. Let me see. He was talking crazy. But he be coming giving away money. I was there. He can't give everybody $50. I should have filmed it. They say he made several notable, sometimes controversial remarks about white people over the years. They say he just said several. Yeah. They don't want to say what he said. They won't show what he said. They just keep saying he said it don't reflect his values. But he kept calling them whiteys though, and other stuff. He said one time, he said, I'm just tired of white people telling me what to do. He used to be on, you know what I'm saying? Bro be talking crazy. But like I say, I seen him, he come in the neighborhood. He give away a lot of money. He'll come and get, sometimes fill up everybody's car with gas. But he country, so he using a lot of country, right? He used a lot of country conversation, right? Because he, you know what I'm saying? So he don't look at it as he just old school. He talking like black folks sitting around talking to themselves, but he's saying it on the news. But I seen him come. He go to all of the old folks buildings and stuff and get everybody $50. And he go all over the city of Chicago with like armed guards giving away like thousands of $50 bills. I kid you not. And then he have people, and he just have people pull up at gas stations. He fill up everybody car with gas. I kid you not. He be having free gas giveaways. I ain't kidding. I ain't kidding. All the time. Look, Willie Wilson hosts free gas giveaway. And you just line up at various gas stations and he fill it up. I tell you what else he do too. He go down to the Illinois, he go downtown to the tax office, and when you come down there to pay your property taxes, he'll pay it. He pay everybody property taxes that day. If you lose in your house, if you black and you lose your house because of property taxes, and you contact him, he gonna go pay it. I swear to God, he gonna pay your property. You're not gonna lose your house. All you gotta do is contact Willie Wilson. Say, state trying to take my house. He gonna tell you to meet him downtown. You're gonna meet him downtown. You're gonna go in there, gonna pay that off. You're gonna pay your whole tax off, whatever it is. Because he's a multi-millionaire from business. I think he had pizzas. I think he sold pizzas or something. Willie Wilson pays off people property taxes. I mean, he the best politician ever though. I ain't lying. I ain't lying. Look, yes, Chicago businessman and philanthropist Dr. Willie Wilson has periodically paid off and subsidized property taxes for low income and elderly Cook County residents over the years, his personal funds and the Dr. Willie Wilson Foundation have provided thousands of dollars to help struggling homeowners cover their tax bill and avoid county scavengers' sales. Willie Wilson hands out more cash to property taxpayers.
Now, Chicago mayoral candidate Willie Wilson has given
Facts. Willie Wilson gives away more cash, come under new scrutiny. They don't like him. Moved by elderly, disabled, Willie Wilson make tax loans gifts. So when he give you a tax loan, he let you keep the money, man. He like you ain't gotta pay him back. On my soul. Look, Willie Wilson, who put 150,000 into a loan fund to help low-income Cook County residents avoid having their property taxes sold, and turned that money into a gift. On my soul, he the best politician probably in the whole United States. On my soul. On my soul. On my soul, he's the best. He might actually win mayor next election. He might win though. On my soul, if he run again, he gonna win. In this economy, if Willie Wilson run again, I don't give a damn what he said. Black folks gonna come out, man. It's gonna be the biggest vote turnout ever. He gonna win. Ain't no hope. He run this time, he gonna win. He gonna win. It's gonna be a landslide. He gonna win. Period. A blowout. Man, money tight. All the people he helped. Because I know if he run this time, I'm campaigning for him. I ain't campaigning for nobody else. I'm campaigning for Willie Wilson. And you know, my friends go campaign, and we make big noise. So when the right one of us stab him, it's a wrap. It's gonna be a wrap. It's gonna be a wrap. Because the boomers, we run this shit. We don't want to run it. We run all of this. The boomers run this. The boomers run this whole thing. Because the boomers is daddy and granddaddy and great granddaddy. All the kids gonna do what we tell them. Everybody gonna do what we say. We really dominate. Willie Wilson, ain't nobody gonna care. Willie's 77 and take care of himself too. Yeah, he's 77. Yeah. He's 77, but he gonna win. Ain't nobody, he gonna win. The economy too messed up. He been running too long. He been helping too many people. Ain't nobody else stepped up. These people ain't gonna vote for none of these strangers no more. They gonna feel like we shouldn't have never passed on Willie. We ain't passing this time. I'm telling you. When the mayoral election comes, Willie Wilson gonna win by a landslide. It's gonna be a blowout. That's a fact. With this economy, and he didn't give all these people $50 to put gas in all these people's car. Next time he run, it's gonna be a blowout. He gonna be mayor. Ain't no doubt about that. We don't care what he say. He doing a better job. All y'all talk right, but y'all ain't do a good job. Y'all say he be saying the wrong thing, but he do the best job. So it's a wrap. We're gonna put the person that do the best job. We don't want all that sweet talking. Brandon Johnson did all that sweet talk. I know for one, I'm gonna be pushing Willie. I'm gonna be stepping on everybody else anyway. And I ain't gonna just be stepping on them on the internet. I'm gonna go outside. And when I go outside and Big Fur will say, it's gonna go like that. It's gonna go like that because all my friends run this goddamn city. Anyway, that's a fact. The class of 76 run this. Bicentennial niggas run this. I'm going to tell you straight up. Because our kids going to do what daddy and mama tell them to do in the door. Our kids going to do what we tell them to do. Our parents going to do what I tell them to do because our parents is a little older. They going to do what everybody going to do what we tell them to do. Everybody. When we tell the gang chiefs and them, go out there and push dude, it's going to happen. Ain't no migrant crisis in Chicago. Chicago was too cold. The migrants been left. You ain't heard, it's a few here, but it ain't the migrants left. It was too cold. The migrants left. Them migrants was gone. Man, them migrants been gone. The migrants left. It was too cold. You know what I'm saying? There ain't gonna be no, and we ain't even had no real Chicago winter. And once we had the rest of them that's left, once they get hit with the real Chicago and snow and stuff, they gonna be gone. You can't. You come up here from Venezuela, you gonna have pneumonia. You can't live up here. Your blood ain't thick enough up here like that. So it ain't no whole lot of migrants. As a matter of fact, Posse came up here to visit me, and we went to the beach. Right? And when we went to the beach, it was a whole bunch of Venezuelans. And then, like, about 3 weeks, 4 weeks later, I went to the beach. There wasn't a Venezuelan nowhere at Bongo Beach, not a one. It's too cold. It's too cold. They didn't even come here, so that's why they left. See, a lot of people don't understand the migrants didn't come here. The Texas governor put them on planes and sent them here. So anytime you send somebody, they ain't gonna necessarily stay because you sent them. See, people don't understand. If the migrants would have came here, they would have stayed, but they didn't come here. The Texas governor put them on planes and sent them here. First, he was sending them on buses. The mayor was sending them back. He started putting them on planes and sending them. ICE was a little affected, but by the time ICE came, they was gone already. So I try to tell you, Lorenzo, they was gone already. They did not come here. They were sent here. They didn't, if they came, they would have stayed, but they didn't come. The governor put them on plane and sent them. So as soon as they get themselves together, right, Lorenzo, they going to go where they want to go. They not going to go where you sent them. They just not going to stay nowhere you sent them. If I'm from Venezuela and the governor from Texas send me to Chicago, first time I get myself together, I'm probably gonna go down to Springfield. I'm probably gonna go to Southern Illinois. Boy, I ain't staying on Lake Michigan up here in this cold. Hell no. If I'm a Venezuelan, I've been gone. I'm from Venezuela. Boy, this hawk, man, listen. When I was going outside, they was here. Them women, like, you know how you have apartment buildings kind of like this, and there's like two doorways, and then there's a spot between them. Man, them women had their babies between them them ways right there where the two doors at the ditch in there begging for stuff. They was freezing to death. Man, they ain't even tell you how many Venezuelans caught pneumonia up here. Boy, in Chicago, a Venezuelan, yeah, that hawk gonna eat them alive. And they was lucky. It wasn't even no real winter. We ain't had a real winter. Once we get snow for like a month, because sometimes snow come be on the ground a month, man, it ain't gonna be no Venezuelans here. The only people that could stay here during winter is the Mexicans that been here, that was born in the winter. They know how. Shout out to the Kings and all them. They'll stay. But a Venezuelan, ain't no Venezuelan staying in no Chicago. Not only that, Minnesota ain't got Minnesota don't got none of me. Okay? Y'all see how I'm a moron. What you think these shorties like? Y'all really thought these Venezuelans could go with Chicago like with us like that? And I'm 68. So let me ask you something. I'm 68. Y'all think a Venezuelan would play with me out there? I'll do a Venezuelan dirty. I'm a Venezuelan. Do you know what happened up here? If a Venezuelans got out of line and got arrested and sent to Cook County Jail up in there with us, well, it's already thousands of us in there, and y'all coming in, a few of y'all try to come in. Only people from Chicago know what I'm talking about. A Venezuela come in the deck on the new, right? Hey, would you tell them White Flame of Venezuela come on the deck with them GDs, BDs, Vice Lords, Moes, and Foes in, and them Latin Kings? Because who the first one gonna get at them? The King. As soon as they got here, the Kings was at their neck. The Kings is not letting you bring no Triangle or whatever y'all gang, but they not letting you bring that in their turf like that. The Latin Kings ain't letting you, man, the Latin Kings ain't letting no Venezuelans walk around. I was just tell you, shout out to the Kings, what you tell them? And you got black Latin Kings, you know. And the Latin Kings ride with the Blackstones. Man, because people was like, hate Chicago. That's why I say a lot of people hate Chicago. They was like, the Latin Kings gonna get y'all, Pharaoh. I'm like, what? For real? No, they ain't gonna let you. Chicago, no, you cannot have no other gang in Chicago. If your gang ain't been here since the 60s and the 70s, boy, you cannot start no gang in no Chicago. Not no Crips, not no Bloods, not no whatever you supposed to be. Boy, you MS-13, boy, you just gonna be a mess with no 13. Yeah, you're gonna be MESS, no 13. Boy, what? Bro, they gonna knock the 13 off your shit. You just gonna be MS, multiple sclerosis. You know what I'm saying? You ain't finna, not in Chicago. Y'all don't understand. And it's cold too, like that. And we already dug in the trenches. And you what? They tried to go in the little areas and try to trip. You know what I'm saying? They tried. You know what I'm saying? Man, they tried. Yes, they tried. That ain't gonna work, man. They tried. They tried. Those that know, know. You know what I'm saying? Those that know, know. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that. You already know. That ain't gonna go because dude was beefing with him already. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they, you know what I'm saying? The dude already was beefing with him and got locked up. You know what I'm saying? That's why dude got locked up. That's why Cairo got locked up. That's why dude got locked up. That's why Cairo got locked up. That's why Cairo got locked up. Go to bed. Well, you better go raise your kids. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you better go raise your kids, man. You know what I'm saying? Ain't you got something to do? Man, go raise your kids over there with them fake names and them fake pictures. Don't worry about me going to bed. Going to bed is how me and your mom had you. That's how you was born. For me going to bed. Shut up talking to me. Me going to bed, that's how you was born. I'm just saying. How you think you got here? You know what I'm saying? That's how you got here from me going to bed. It's 4 in the morning. I don't know this big pharaoh. I don't have no time zone. It's 3:16. I'm an independent contractor, work for myself, so I ain't on the clock. Elderberry, no, this is beetroot powder and water and a little maple syrup. This beetroot. I ain't not up. I'm wide awake. Stop watching me. Go watch something else. I ain't sleepy though. I just woke up at 7:30. What is it? 7:30, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3. I only been up 8 hours, fool. I was repeating myself because I was looking for his real name. I couldn't remember Cairo's name. You know what I'm saying? So when you heard me, I was stalling. That's why I kept saying that because I was looking for Cairo's name. I couldn't remember Cairo's name. I kept getting them mixed up with FYBJ Main. And I'm like, no, not FY. What's dude named Cairo? So that's why I was repeating myself because I was searching. When I be repeating myself, I be searching, right? So I'll be on Google searching for what I want to tell y'all, and I'll be stalling like, dude, nah, dude, that. Then I find a Cairo, and I'll be like, Cairo. But I ain't sleepy, though. I ain't sleepy. If I be open, I be sleepy, I log off. Anybody know me know if I woke up at 7, 8 this evening, I'm gonna be live until probably about 2 o'clock this evening. If you really know me, I tell you something else too, right? If I don't put no lot of food on my stomach, I ain't gonna be sleepy. The only thing that make me get sleepy before 2 or 3 or 4 o'clock this evening if I eat. If I put a lot of food on my stomach, I'm out of there. But if I don't put no food on my stomach, and it's what 3, it's gonna go down. But much love though, much respect. You know I fuck with you. What I think about Chud though, they blocked his bail and gave him more charges. Chud, what I think about Chud, I think that Chud is really LGBTQ. I don't believe Chud's racist because there was a black woman that was pegging him, right? So he was letting a black woman hit him from the back. So he's not a real racist. I believe he was pretending he was a racist to make some money. I believe he was pretending to be racist to make some money. And then also, so now that he was pretending to be racist to make some money, he didn't put himself in a bad situation. Because if he go to prison, he got to join in with one of them racist groups. You know what I'm saying? See, he made a mistake. If he go to prison, he gonna have to ride with the Aryans or one of those other white power groups, and they might not accept him because he let a black woman do all that to him. So he might get violated by white power groups because of what she said. I think he'd have messed his life up, if you ask me. Because they know white power groups gonna take him once the sister said she was hitting him from the back. And they're gonna be like, you playing with, you know what I'm saying? You playing with our real belief systems. We really white power. And you playing. He ain't gonna be no loner. He gonna be out of there. Boy, you been talking crazy about black people with no white backup in the penitentiary. Boy, you know what's gonna happen to him? The same thing the black woman was doing to him. Man, they gonna have that boy walking around with Kool-Aid on his lips. I'm telling you. But I don't really hate Chud because anybody can see Chud got mental issues. Chud, I don't really like when people don't acknowledge slow people like that. Chud got mental issues, okay? Chud not none of that. Chud is crazy. Chud is got mental issues. We got a lot of people like that that get used. They get put in these gangs and stuff. These are the type of people that they take overseas and make them terrorists. People like Chud. They'll take him. If he's in the Islamic country, they'll make him a terrorist. Chud ain't none of that. Chud is slow. Chud is slow. Listen. You got slow and you got fast. Which one is slow? A Chud? Is somebody call themselves Chud? Hold on. If somebody call themselves Chud, Chud sound like it's popping. If you know if you name yourself after Bob the Builder, hold on, wait a minute. If you name yourself after Bob the Builder and call yourself Chud the Builder, what that sound like? That sound like you smart. Chud. Chud don't sound slow. Because if we called you Chud, that would definitely be an insult. It sounds like you slow. Chud. Your name Chud, bro. Chud the Builder. You know what I'm saying? Hold on. After Bob the Builder, I was the only one seeing. That's why you ain't see me talk about him too much. Because I'm like, Chud the Builder. Man, leave that slow dude alone. This dude is slow. You can see he's slow. These are the type of people that hate groups and religious terrorist group. That's the type of people they recruit. They recruit Chuds. His name Chud. His name Chud. Chud, listen, man. Chud shot himself, man. Chud, listen, man. I know what y'all said. Let me ask you something. Say, put in the comments fast or slow. I'm gonna ask the question, and y'all put it in the comment. Let me see who's real. I'm gonna ask the question. I'm gonna give you a scenario. Then you put fast or slow. You starting stuff with a gun at the courtroom on the court stairs. Fast or slow? You starting stuff with a gun at the courthouse on the court stairs. Fast or slow? Put it in the chat. Put it in the chat. Put it, oh no. Put it in the chat. Put it in the chat. Fast or slow? You started stuff with a gun on the court stairs. And I didn't put everything in there. I didn't put it all in there. That's just question number one. That's question number one. Fast or slow. Question number two. You got a gun on the court stairs and you pop yourself fast. Hold on. You got a gun on the government building. You in front. You hold on. Hold on. You in front of a government building with a gun, right? On a stairs, starting stuff, and shot yourself. Fast or slow? You know, no, that's not true. That's not true. They charged him for popping himself and another dude on the courthouse steps. You gotta Lorenzo. You left out Lorenzo. You left a big part out. That's incorrect. They charged him for popping himself and another man in front of on the courthouse steps. Gotta say the whole thing. Really, come on, man. Come on. Come on. And he's a threat. He's a threat. Who he a threat to? Come on, man. Chud the Builder ain't no threat. Chud the Builder is Chud. His name Chud. A black woman was hitting him from the back. Get that boy some help. I don't believe in picking on people that got mental problems. That boy got mental problems. Everybody know Chud. Something wrong with Chud. I could have knew that right away. Oh, right away. If I say, hey, what's your name? He say Chud the Builder. I'd be like, you mean like Bob the Builder? Okay. All right. Okay. All right. All right. It's a slow bus. Come on, man. How fly that name sound? Chud. Your name, Chud the Builder. After seeing the judge. Yeah. After seeing the judge. Hold on. Antagonizing black dudes. Now, he lucky. He really got the best out the deal. Because y'all know, if I was a matter of time before he's going to run into the wrong young black dudes and tell them they chimping out, and y'all already know, y'all know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? I never really could take him serious. I was like, dude, you rolling the dice. I ain't even finna go out here and play with these black dudes like that. Boys, you crazy? And then rant up on some Army veteran that's got PTSD. Boy, I'm telling you, boy, it reminded me of my grandma. My grandmama said, God protect babies and stupid people. I know, something like that. How the words, let me look it up. God protects, what's the saying? Babies and fools. Yeah, God protect babies and fools. Yeah. That's what it say. God protects babies and fools. And God was with Chud. You know what I'm saying? So Chud's the kind of do if I'm in the penitentiary and he come in, I'm telling the guys, hold on. Let me holler at him. Just let me holler at him one day. Okay? And now pull Chud to the side and say, Chud, what the hell's wrong with you, dude? You ain't no racist. Why is you trying to play racist? Like, tell me the fact. A black dude slept with your lady or something? Bro, you slow. You going to get hurt in here. Chud, stop. Stop. Because Chud ain't no damn racist. Chud ain't no racist. Well, come on, man. Racists, real racists ain't doing none of that. Real racists ain't doing none of that. I got friends that's like ex Ku Klux Klans and Nazis and stuff. And they was like, nah, he ain't no racist. Something wrong with him. That's what they told me. They said racism don't go along with being stupid. And I was like, you right. And like, he's stupid, bruh. How is that racism when you stupid? They're like, racists ain't stupid, bro. Racists is calculated. They're really on that. That man don't represent no damn racist, no dumbass like that. Well, first off, you got different types of races. And Ku Klux Klan don't hate black people. They just don't want to mix with you and don't want to live next to you. They don't. Nazis the one that pushed that blood clean and stuff, but KKK, they they just don't want you living close to them. You know what I'm saying? He was probably getting money from other crazy slow people and people sending him off. He was probably getting money. Yeah, he was probably getting money from people sending him off. But he's a danger to the community because he'll get some white kids killed. He'll get some white people hurt. Imagine some young white dude go think he could do that. See what I'm saying? If you was white, would you want him out there and your son see that and you don't even know your son thinking like that and your son go out there and try that and get hurt? He bad. He bad. He's something wrong with him. Listen, ain't no way a black woman pegging you from the back and now you racist. Man, listen. That man got mental issues. A lot of times when their heads is fat like that, it's like a form of some mental retardation. Did you know that? Like a lot of people that's like got certain like forms of being slow or certain type of retardation. So I'm not speaking against that because I have mercy for people like that. Their heads be swole up. You ever notice that? Like certain kids born with disabilities and stuff. You ever notice how big their head be when they can't speak well? And their heads be real swole up. Like Chud, not as Chud's ain't as big, but you can still see it. You can see something wrong with Chud. Look at his head. He really, that man really slow. I seen it right off the bat. I'm like, oh, he's slow. Like he's slow. You got to be slow. Sitting there telling, playing with black people like that. Come on, y'all know that was dangerous. Y'all know Chud. Listen, be honest. Did you look at him as an aggressive person, insulted black, or did you look at him like he taking chances? Because I looked at him like, dude, I was looking at it like, this ain't gonna go good. I wasn't looking at him like, oh, Chud. I wasn't looking at it like that. I wasn't looking at it like, oh, I was looking at it like, dude, this gonna go bad. I was like, Chud, you gonna run up on the wrong one, like for real. So I was looking at it like, bro, stop rolling the dice like that. He got a whole bunch of people can't wait to see him. And now you finna go in prison with a bunch of dudes that was saying, I wish he would. I wish he would. Now you got to go in there with all the dudes wish he would have said that to them. That man go to prison, and they found out a girl was pegging him. I don't want to get into details. I don't know if you know anything about prison, but when the prisoners find out you was into that type of behavior and they ain't going to get to see no woman for 20 years, 10 years, 5 years, 30 years, life sentences, I'm just saying. They not gonna look at him as a racist. The first thing they're gonna look at him as is a woman. They're gonna be fighting over him because he already broke in. Y'all don't remember when that racist motorcycle gang dude went to prison and then found out he had wigs and stuff on in there and all of that? All these tough gangs, all these tough motorcycle gangs, all these tough races, when they go to prison, they ain't on no woman, man, they be on something else. The main thing in prison is they ain't got no woman and they gonna try to make a man a woman. That's what's up. That's bigger than racism. Because you sentencing a man 10 years, no woman, 15 years, no woman, 20 years, no woman. What's their real sentence? Ain't nobody in there talking about Chud come in, we gonna defend him. They're like, he mine when he get in. They gonna fight over dude. In the real penitentiary system, they finna fight over him. I don't know if he know that. That black woman put the nail in the coffin, man. Hey, white flag, when that black woman said she was doing that to him, did she put a nail in his coffin? And in prison, he a sex symbol. In prison, he's a sex item. He ain't no boy. Boy, listen. They ain't gonna be thinking about no race or nothing, man. In there with men that ain't having no sex with no women. They not gonna be thinking of him as no racial stuff. Somebody try to cuff him quick. Yeah, in there where they don't have no contact with no men, and that woman then told that, and it's a black woman, and you try to pretend you're a white supremacist, boy, they gonna be like, boy, that's embarrassing. Like she embarrassed, you know what I'm saying? That's embarrassing. They gonna be like, bro, you disrespected white supremacists. That's how they gonna look at it. Like if I was a white supremacist and he was pretending he was one of us, and a black woman came and said she was hitting him from the back, bro. He got a violation, bro. You did what? So you was lying the whole time? You was trying to pretend you us? Boy. Okay. Okay. Wait till you get in there with the real ones. He'll see. That's why I say something got to be wrong with him. Something got to be wrong. If you walking up and down the street antagonizing people that you don't know, something got to be wrong with you. Because everybody know. You know what I'm saying? They ain't trying nothing. They not gonna try him. They not gonna try him. It's a wrap. They ain't gonna try him. They gonna snatch him up. Ain't gonna be no trying. I don't know. Ain't no trying. No. They not even worried about him. They gonna be fighting over who gonna get him. He know they ain't trying to touch him. They gonna be fighting over him. Ain't gonna be no fighting him. It's gonna be who he belong to. It's gonna be the beef. He ain't gonna do nothing but go along. They ain't gonna have to touch him. He's soft, man. He not that. Chud ain't none of that. Chud's soft, man. Chud is soft, you know what I'm saying? And slow. He too slow to know he's soft. Like he's slow. I seen it right away. That's why I know y'all was wondering why I ain't really tripped on it like that. Because I kept looking at him. I'm not finna be talking about nobody that don't got it all. You know what I'm saying? And I'm talking about him like he got it all. Like he don't have it all. So ain't no need of me saying he should have did this, he should have did that. When he don't got it all, case closed. That's why I ain't been talking about it. I'm not gonna talk about nobody that's kind of got some forms of retardation like that. That man crazy. I can't believe nothing he say. I can't believe he a racist because he crazy. I can't believe that. I don't believe he no racist. I think he got mental issues. Because ain't no way no black woman hit you from the back, then you a racist. That don't go like that. But that don't go like that. Okay? Chud is slow. And when you realize he's slow, and then you say his name, it all makes sense. His name Chud. You know what I'm saying? Dumb bruh. You know what I'm saying? All you gotta do is just admit he's slow and then say his name. His name, Chud the Builder. I didn't get it at first until one day somebody said Bob the Builder. I'm like, oh hell no. Oh, okay. Okay. Once somebody said Bob the Builder, and I know he got his name from that. That's why I'm like, oh, okay. Oh, okay. Come on, man. Any grown man, name himself after this. Come on, man. Come on now. Come on now. What grown man want to be Chud the Builder? Would any of y'all want to be Chud the Builder? Come on, man. Come on. Come on, man. Who the hell want to be Chud the Builder? The man named himself after Bob the Builder. That's all you need to know. This is one of his favorite cartoons. Look, bruh. Come on now. And look, they on some race stuff too. Look, they block her out. You know what I'm saying? They blocked the black lady out. They're like, you can't be no kind of builder with your black ass. Look, it's an X on the black builder. Lady Lava. Hold on, boy. Y'all got me investigating some goofy shit. Hold on. Who is Lady Lava? Oh, okay. She a rapper. She a thickums. She a thickums. Thickums. Thickum. Oh, okay. Lady Lava. Okay. Lady Lava. She from Trinidad. She the queen of the freaks, she say. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. Shout out to Trinidad though. Okay. Yeah, shout out to Lady Lava. Uh, I guess she said she got that hot lava. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't want to get burned. I don't. You know what I'm saying? She be burning. You know, I don't know if that's a good name. I don't know if it's a good name to have hot lava because we don't want to get burned. Do she know what burn mean sexually? You know what I'm saying? Girl, you should have picked a better name. That sounds like I gotta go to the clinic. You know what I mean? If you burn it, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to be burning, baby girl. But I support the artists like that. She a big old thickum. She a thickum. I thickum. She sing music for ladies that been cheated on. She looked like she sing music for ladies that like Cheetos. You know what? You're cheated on or Cheetos. She looked like she's singing for ladies that eat bags and bags of Cheetos. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. It's time to like put some of the food down, maybe. You know what I'm saying? Or you be the queen of diabetes, the diabetes queen. Like, baby girl, take care of yourself. Like, what we doing? You know what I'm saying? What we doing, baby girl? You a little sloppy. You know what I'm saying? I guess so. I guess so. You know what I'm saying? I would have stayed with her, knocked her back, get her on a plant based way of eating, slim her down, make her a bigger star, get some of that floppy off of her so she don't got to put on girdles and all that, and buttons won't pop off and hit me in the eye while she trying to squeeze into them clothes and get her on some health stuff. And she rapping to about ladies that been cheated on. The ladies that been cheated on be cheating though, but I don't know. I don't understand that. I don't understand that like that. I guess that's a market. Ladies that have been cheated on, that's a real market. Wow. Anybody could get cheated on, so I don't know. It's a possibility men get cheated on more than women, but it's not cool for women to tell that they slutting out. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Cardi B. Cardi B ruining her reputation. I think like running around doing all that cheating from person to person, it become a distraction. It become more popular than your music. So now instead of being known for music, you known for that. And like when you're in the music business, you want to be known for music. You don't if this what you known for music, you don't want to be known for this more than you known for music. You have to be real careful with that. You want to be known for music. And especially if you're a woman, because you're a woman, you know what I'm saying, and too many men, you're gonna lose your whole male audience. You're gonna lose however much male audience you got. Once you're a schizoid, you're gonna be out of there. And like Cardi B, her whole thing is just going down. She with that other weird dude who's with 1,000 women. She looking like a bust down. It's wide open for a young woman to just take her spot and kick her onto the curb. Same thing happened with Foxy Brown, Lil Kim. When they get be with too many different men, they crash. You got to be exclusive when you in the music business. Megan Thee Stallion going down. Too many dudes. Too many dudes. Too many dudes. A dude too. If you're a rapper and you with too many women, you go down. Too much media like that takes away. You're not exclusive no more. You know what I'm saying? As a rapper or singer, so you're gonna be exclusive. If you're exclusive, you're gonna do great. But if you start having easy access, you're not gonna be considered a star because there's no easy access to those stars. Not really. I mean, as far as keeping a man, you know, it ain't that they can't keep no man, it's that they can't stay together. So if I'm with a woman and we break up, you can't say she can't keep no man because That's inaccurate. We just broke up. Because you can't keep nothing that don't want to stay. That's not a woman's fault if I leave her. You can't say she can't keep me like that. You know, you can't keep no woman or keep no man. You can't. There's really no such thing. I can't keep no woman. A woman can't keep me like that. A relationship is based off of both people wanting to be in a relationship. That's it. It's two people that decide they want to be in a relationship. If that's it, can't nobody keep nobody. It's got to be like my mother and daddy decided to stay together. They made that decision. My mama didn't keep my daddy. My daddy didn't keep my mama. They just stayed together. So I'm not gonna put that on a woman that she can't like keep no man. Cause if he a hoe, he ain't really no man. He might not have never been no man. He might have been a whore. How you know he's a man? I ain't trying to be disrespectful, but Offset a lame. I'm just saying. If she made a mistake, was getting with a lame. Offset been a lame. He was the lamest Migo. As you could see by his behavior now. That ain't her fault. Offset, he made her think she was a king, but he wasn't never no king. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm not going to say they keep picking men that ain't shit because you don't know what a man is until he ain't. And so relationships ain't about picking. It's two people pick each other. So I can't say she picked him. They was together. They started a date and then they got together. She didn't pick him. He didn't pick her. They picked each other to hang out with and became a couple. She did not pick him. She didn't just walk up and say, I want him. He talked to her. She talked to him and they became an item. Now there's no way that you can know what the other person is. So if I get with a woman and then she go bad, you can't say I picked her because there's no way I know this. So you can't say, well, you picked a bad woman. Not really. Like when they not no bad woman when you pick them. See what I'm saying? So you can't necessarily how they are in the end. There ain't no way in the beginning that you could know that. So technically, you didn't pick the one you ended up with in the end because they wasn't like that. You picked what you saw at the beginning. All right? I don't know. All I'm just addressing is in a relationship, you can't blame neither one for who they was with because the person at the end is not the person that they dated. And that's not just for women. Let's change it from women, right? Let's change it from women. You dudes. So you ain't had a homie that you thought was cool and kind of found out he wasn't no good, he was a snake? Okay, when he became your homie, ain't no way you knew this nigga was a snake. What's the difference? What's the difference is when you with your boy, this your man, you've been hanging with him for 5 years. You meet a woman, you marry her, and one day your woman say that your main man tried to holler at her. Why you didn't know he was like that? What's the difference? You don't know what the woman, you don't even know what another dude is like. So you can't judge nobody from who they pick because the person never showed them the real them. That's not my fault if I pick a woman and she didn't show me the real her. And then when she showed me the real her, you saying I shouldn't have picked her? Yes, I should have. The one I picked wasn't like this. Don't wait till they switch up and say I should have known they was gonna switch up. Like how? If that's the case, when nobody get burnt by nobody, when nobody, no men would get burnt by men or women, no women would get burnt by women or men. We wouldn't get burnt by nobody if we had the magic power to be like, okay, this person is a rider. That's impossible. It's impossible. It's totally impossible to get around that. So I ain't gonna blame nobody for being in relationships and they don't work out. It's like you never know. You never know who you're dealing with out here. You can't. What could you do if somebody's a snake? The whole idea of it was a snake is you didn't know it was a snake. That's what a snake is. A backstabber is somebody. The only reason they can stab you in your back is you trusted them. If you knew there was a backstabber, you never would have trusted them. So a backstabber is real good, acting like they're a friend. Some people is real good at that, acting like they love you, acting like they're a friend, acting like they're a rider. I can't blame you because somebody act like they're a rider and snaked you. That's why we call it snake. You know, you got snaked. Ain't nothing you can do about it. But for a young man, you come up and you meet women and you got to holler at them and you got to try to mac to them. You try to talk to them to get them to be with you and have sex with you. When you get in a position where they throwing themselves at you, that's hard to deal with. In all fairness, because the men we don't lose nothing. We can sleep with 100 women. We just gonna wipe ourselves off and keep going. It's the women that lose because they didn't want to get ramped up in. So if you get ramped up in 20 times, that's different than me running up in 20 different women because each one of them just count for one, right? So if it's 20 women I'm having sex, I'll have sex with this one, this one, this one. It always counted one. But if you're a woman and you having sex with a man, it's this one, this one, this one, this. That's different. That's 20 and one. I'm 1 in 20. That's different. A lot of women don't understand that. If I sleep with 20 women, that's not like you sleeping with 20 men. That's not nowhere the same. Because there's one hole and it's 20 holes. With you, it's 20 things in one hole. That ain't the same. And as women need to understand that. It's not the same. If I sleep with 20 women, none of them been ran through. I just slept with 20 women. If 20 women, 20 men sleep with you, you've been ran through. It ain't the same. It's nowhere near the same. That's what your daughters and that's what women gotta understand. Yeah, our organs is outside, theirs inside. We give, they receive. They receiving from 20 dudes. We giving to 20 women. If I sleep with 20 women, I could have 20 babies. If 20 men sleep with you, you still only gonna have one baby or a twin. You ain't gonna have no 20 babies. You ain't gonna have no 20 babies. If 20 men sleep with you for 6 months and you get pregnant, you still only gonna have one baby or twins. If I sleep with 20 women, I could have 20 babies. You can't. So it ain't the same. I don't know why they think it is. You know what I'm saying? I don't really know. Not necessarily. Not necessarily. He got to be up in there a certain amount of time. I don't think it messed their minds up necessarily, depending on who it is. You know what I'm saying? If he positive, it helped him. If he negative, it hurt him. If he positive, he banging her out. She into him. She gonna go plant based. She gonna be a vegan and all that. And when you break up, she gonna still be plant based. She's still gonna be a vegan. So in the long run, it's gonna help her because it's gonna get our pork, beef, artificial flavors, artificial color preservatives. So when Big Pharaoh be with her, it gonna help them no matter if we stay together or not. I done fucked her mind right, and you can't get that out of her unless she was a lame. You ain't gonna get her to go back and eat that shit you eat, and she gonna always look at you like you the baby, like she trying to help you. You gonna be her, and she gonna be me. She gonna be trying to get you right, like I got her right. Basically, basically, you gonna be a goofy and a loser because you can't bring nothing to the table. You don't got no knowledge. You don't got no self control. You'll eat anything. Use a buzzard. That's it. But once she with a king and she get with a buzzard, shit, a hyena, whatever your ass is, then no. You know what I'm saying? You chasing a ghost. Basically. The black man, he ain't bringing nothing to the table. So his sperm is worthless. He ain't bringing nothing to the table. He ain't teaching them nothing. He don't bring nothing to the table. You know what I'm saying? What he bringing to the table? Nothing. Our number one problem is what we eat. That's our number one problem. Your number one problem is definitely going to be what you put in your mouth. The fact that's not even a problem show you how far we are behind. How that's not a problem. And now all of a sudden, now you go on TikTok or you go on Instagram, now they showing you actually what all this stuff is. Dang, none of this stuff real. All of it is a bunch of goo they running through machines and giving it to you. And if that ain't a priority, oh shit, y'all going to the hospital anyway. Ain't no need to have no relationship. Y'all going to the doctor. Y'all going to the cancer treatment center. Shit. Don't matter what your zodiac sign is, y'all all cancers. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy when you know everything but how to take care of yourself and you ignore these people feeding you trash. How you ignore that? That's what be crazy to me when I see you ignore you eating creatures and shit. You know what I'm saying? How? I don't get it. Now they drop it early and early. They just showed me some other dude. He passed away, he was like 30 something. Some producer. And then he gone. All right. I'm like, the hell, how he gone? How he gone in his 30s? What the hell? I think he was 37. He was some young producer. I ain't even looked into it. I was like, oh, well, I don't know what that's about. You know, making the genes weak, making the genes weaker and weaker and weaker. Making the genes of your race weak. Yeah, he was 29, named TK. 29. 29 years old. Shit, when I was 29, damn. Well, that was ages ago. I had lived 4 lifetimes since I was 29. Damn. Then they got it where, man, they got it so bad psychologically, where they got you hating old age. Do you know how, well, I just be looking. I be watching young dudes and young people, young dudes especially curse themselves. I said, do they understand what he's saying? They be talking to me like being 68 is a bad thing. I'm like, bro, do you know you just said you want to die early? That should be looking crazy. They can't even comprehend that I love being 68. They don't. They think it's a bad thing. They actually think I regret being 68. I be looking at you crazy. I just be looking. I'm like, what the hell? They got us messed up. Some of them really think they got the advantage. Like, how? You know what I'm saying? I guess, I guess, I guess in your, what the hell? You got the advantage. How? I guess, I don't know. I'm not promoting no violence. I'm just keeping it real. How you got the advantage? What? I don't get it. Shorty, you don't got no advantage. Like, what world you in? Like, what the hell? Shorty, you ain't, boy, listen, you ain't, you really got a disadvantage. I'm just saying. I would imagine. But whatever, carry on. Crazy as hell. I just be looking. I understand because so many people eat bad. You know what I'm saying? Their relatives is sick, can barely walk, and they be in their late 50s. So I understand. So you get me mixed up with your stinking ass daddy because his pussy ass can't move around. You know, so you talk crazy to me. You know what I'm saying? You talk crazy to me because your mama and daddy stanky ass bums that can't move and shit. You get me fucked up with your fat ass mama and your stinking ass daddy. I'm just saying. So you think Big Pharaoh like them losers? You know? You know what I'm saying? So you get me mixed up with your deity and them. You know what I'm saying? Your aunties and all them people that be consuming all them hog maws and Cheetos and shit, Cheetos and shit. Yeah, because your deity eats Cheetos. So you get me mixed up with your deity. When your daddy, if we gave him a bird, I bet you he would have ran that bread. I bet you they would have said, Big Fur to holler at your deity. If he didn't, if he, you know what I'm saying? I used to holler at daddies. That's really when I think about it. You know what I'm saying? I used to holler at a lot of these niggas' daddies and uncles. You know what I'm saying? That was my job. You know what I'm saying? When your deity and your uncle run off with the pack. I'm just saying. Y'all daddies and uncles is up in the penitentiary with them boys. With them boys with Kool-Aid on their lips. Anyway, I need to talk about something else. What else I need to talk about? I gotta think about it. Let me think about what I'm gonna talk about. Let me end this live and chop all this stuff off. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, let me end this live. Positive energy all the time.
Naya Binge unite with gangsta. In my city it's Naya Benga. When them finger make a fire blaze, yo. You in danger, I'm a stepping razor. Naya Binge unite with gangsta. In my city it's Naya Benga. When them finger make a fire blaze, yo. You in danger, I'm a stepping razor. Roll your locks out like Shaq, I box out. Any snakes in the can trying to pop out. Don't drop out or cop out, get a drop now. Locks blowing in the wind with the top down. I'm fly, dude, you can't do what I do. Frosty and flashy with the heart of a Sadu. Living God true with hair like wool. Past the Charlie Tune and cool and make me get a pool. Naya Binge unite with gangsta. In my city it's Naya Benga. When them finger make a fire blaze, yo. You in danger, I'm a stepping razor. Naya Binge unite with gangsta. In my city it's Naya Benga. When them finger make a fire blaze, yo. You in danger, I'm a stepping razor.
Yeah, Thug House Rasta, where my Rasta at? Where the dogs at? It's rough out on the streets of the shop. You better watch your back, boy, you're bound to die. Spitting out the sky, it gon' fall in on your eye. Black people, you can make it if you try. You caught slipping, then you're gon' get killed. Tell you these niggas in the shy is ill. They don't call it ill, stay here for nothing. These niggas out here don't be huffing and bluffing. Naya Binge mean death to oppressor. I got a Tech 9 and the Glock on the dresser. It's funny to me cause I oppress oppressor. If you's a weak god, boy, me I'll test ya. What you know about the Thug House Rasta? I'm not a slave cause I'm about to be the master. Folk corner hustler, nigga you's a buster. Come get this shit cause I know you as a customer.
Naya Binge unite with gangsta. In my city it's Naya Benga. When them finger make a fire blaze, yo. You in danger, I'm a stepping razor. Naya Binge unite with gangsta. In my city it's Naya Benga. When them finger make a fire blaze, yo. You in danger, I'm a stepping razor.